NCN Sports is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Teammates Mentoring. Teammates Mentoring invites you to join the team, be a mentor. Learn more at teammates.org. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
And in the blink of an eye, we've reached the final weekend of the regular season. The last chance for teams to build momentum and try to make a run to the state tournament. Hello, everyone, and welcome to high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska. Tonight's Nebraska Public Power District matchup, a mid-state conference duel between Ponca and Norfolk Catholic. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Lou, the girls game up first. It's the season finale for both of these teams, both under 500, kind of in a weird spot. They both already know where they're going in the sub-districts. They both know that they've got to win out if they have any chance of making state. So this is sort of a chance for both these teams to work on some things, build some momentum before the postseason starts next week.
Well, I think the thing that both of these teams are looking at, you just try to get some positive momentum going into postseason. So even though it doesn't change where you're going, how you feel about yourself, I think, does change if you win a game like this. You certainly, obviously, you got to win out, and it starts tonight. I think whoever wins this game, you get that momentum. You never know come postseason, right?
Got a couple of great players who will try to start those win streaks tonight. We'll introduce you to them next. Get your starting lineups and all the action coming up. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast for the night.
Welcome back to News Channel Nebraska. Tonight's NPPD matchup, Norfolk Catholic against Ponca. NPPD always there when you need them. The Norfolk Catholic Knights 9-13 coming into tonight, less than 24 hours removed from almost a huge upset on the road against Crofton. Lou, they've been trying to build some momentum heading into the postseason. They've got a talented senior wrapping up her career. They're going to miss the production of Sidonia Wadier when she's playing volleyball in South Dakota next year.
Yeah, well, South Dakota's gained. Obviously, Norfolk Catholic's lost. 10 points a game and 8 rebounds. That's big. I mean, controlling the glass is big. Such a good athlete. She's got to be, I think, dynamic in this game. I think points will be at a premium. Both teams play pretty good defense. Norfolk Catholic has improved a lot since the beginning of the year. I think Sidonia Wadier is one of the reasons this team has improved as the year has gone on.
Meanwhile, Ponca coming into tonight 9-12. Depth has been an issue for Coach Chad Clay's squad, but they've got good young talent, including a very talented, do-it-all kind of junior. Elsie Keller has been getting better as the year has gone on and has been key for the Indians this season.
Yeah, she's an excellent player. 11.5 points a game, but more impressively, maybe 3.5 assists a game. Again, this is a team that's averaging about 35 points a game, and their 4-game losing streak. You've got to score points tonight, I think, against a good defensive team, and she's got to be good, not only scoring the basketball, but distributing, finding teammates for easy shots.
Both these teams played this weekend. Last year, a one-score game came down to the final play in regulation. Might see that again tonight. Starting lineups, all the action coming your way. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
We're here at Faith Regional, and if Spanish is your first language instead of English, you can still receive physical therapy. There's a physical therapist that can work directly with you. Let's meet him. I'm joined now by Tony Garcia, a physical therapist at Faith Regional Health Services. Tony, you're bilingual, speaking English and Spanish, so you handle a lot of patients where English isn't their first language.
The biggest thing is I start with the introduction, getting to know the patient. I don't always just assume that they're not English speaking. Once I've made that connection with them, it typically puts them at ease as they're able to communicate with me in a stress-free environment.
If you weren't here to be a one-on-one care provider speaking Spanish, what would the other options be?
The typical process is we would use a translating service either in person or over an iPad. The biggest thing with that is it does take longer as we have to communicate with the translator and then have them repeat the message to the patient. versus myself. I'm able to just cut out the middleman and just speak to them directly.
Does that help establish a more direct connection between the patients and the provider when you're speaking their native tongue?
Yes. The biggest thing is it does put them at ease. One of the biggest things I've noticed since I've been here is we are able to service those patients more. To my knowledge, we have increased the amount of patients that we've had from the Spanish community compared to what it was before. But it does help to have that direct access. So most of the primary care providers as well as the surgeons here in town know that I'm Spanish speaking, so I typically get referred those patients.
Families often do an excellent job communicating and using children even as a translator, but sometimes, especially when dealing with healthcare, it's best that a professional's doing that.
I agree. Anything that would be on the capability of the child would make it difficult for the patient to understand.
How important is that from a healthcare provider perspective to increase the trust of a minority community in the healthcare system?
Well, it helps to provide trust. The look on their face completely changes when I start communicating in Spanish versus speaking in English. They all seem to respond to that very well.
Well, Tony, thanks so much for sharing your expertise.
Thank you.
Back at Ponca High School, getting set for a mid-state conference matchup, regular season finale between Ponca and Norfolk Catholic. Let's talk school spotlight tonight. The Ponca Indians and Norfolk Catholic Knights both coming in sub 500 this season. And for Ponca, they come into this one with a record of 9-12. On the season for Coach Chad Clay in his second year, 20-25. Norfolk Catholic, meanwhile, coming in with a record of 9-13. For Coach Tim Kazmaier, year number 33 at the helm of the Norfolk Catholic program, 423 wins to 338 losses. Norfolk Catholic has gone to state 10 times ever, all 10 with Tim Kazmaier as head coach. He's taken them to a state championship in 2008. 3 times they finished state runner-up, most recently in 2007. They're trying to get back to their winning ways. A lot of senior leadership on this team. You play the mid-state conference. It's a tough conference. You're probably a little bit better than your record would indicate. Who knows? They could, with their experience, put things together. Defensively, they've been playing better of late. They've got a Ponca team where, again, depth is going to be an issue for them, basically down to a rotation of about 7 players. I think this is an opportunity for Norfolk Catholic, who came within an eyelash of beating Crofton last night, to maybe steal a couple of wins in the postseason.
Yeah, I think even though they lost that game, that might be a confidence builder to come that close to Crofton on the road like that. Norfolk Catholic has lost their last 3 games, but those 3 teams, Crofton included, their combined record is 53-17. They've played good teams, and I think you're right. I think this is certainly a chance for Norfolk Catholic to get a big win, and I think just playing those teams and playing them tough certainly has got to give you a little bit of confidence coming in here to tonight's game.
Let's talk starting lineups, brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. You see Norfolk Catholic there, their starting 5. We talked about Sidonia Wadier, but this is a starting 5 with a lot of experience on it. All 5 seniors. Sidonia Wadier playing volleyball at Northern State starting next year. But Hayden Brummer has been playing well. Grace Cush coming off a career high just last night, 15 points in that 2-point loss to Crofton, the 5'6" senior. Again, Tim Kazmaier, the head coach of Norfolk Catholic, assisted by former Creighton Blue Jay Sarah Roberg and Sean Wadier. And now the Ponca starting 5 for Coach Chad Clay. We talked about Elsie Keller. This is a team that does not have much senior experience at all, just 1 senior in the starting lineup, Emerson Ehlers. She was 2 points shy of a double-double. Their last time out, lost to Battle Creek, 39-35. She had 8 points, 10 boards in that one. Ava Brown, the sophomore, 11 rebounds in that game. For Ponca, their season kind of derailed a bit earlier this season. Lakin Pfister, a sophomore, talented sophomore, got injured in a game against Elk Point Jefferson. Since she's been out, rotations have been different. They've had to shift their starting lineup. Just 1-5 since that injury. You know, Lou, she was averaging maybe 4 points, about 5 rebounds a game. But this is a Ponca team. They don't have a JV squad this year. Their numbers are a little low. Even one injury, one change to your rotation like that can really be problematic.
You see it a lot in those, especially in smaller classes, where injuries can really derail a season. But this is a team that they've lost their last 4 points. They haven't played that badly. They've lost their last 4 games by a total of 18 points. So they too have been in ball games. It's not like they've been getting blown out. So I think really both teams have a chance here to have a really positive end of the season and take some, at least a little bit of confidence going into postseason play.
Need to find some depth. That loss against Battle Creek, the stat that stood out to me, 0 bench points in a 4-point loss. Also committed 22 turnovers, which is a little bit off for them, despite the youth only averaging about 14, 15 turnovers per game. 22 not going to get it done, especially against a Norfolk Catholic team that does like to try to force turnovers, get those runouts, as we've seen at times this year.
Yeah, ball security will be big in this game. That's one of the things I've noticed that has improved over the year with Norfolk Catholic is just ball security.
Yep.
Really struggled with that early in the season. They've grown leaps and bounds in that area, and that's going to be, I think, turnovers certainly with teams that aren't scoring a lot of points, although Norfolk Catholic's been scoring more lately, turnovers will be big.
Starting lineups, there you go. Opening tip next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Rookie. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
Have the inventory people want and a team that understands what you need. There's one place to go. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. Name brand ATVs, side-by-sides, and high-performance machines built for work, made for play. And the service doesn't stop at the sale. Big Red Motorsports delivers, literally. Free delivery with your purchase. It's all here in O'Neill. Big Red Motorsports.
Back in Ponca, regular season girls finale, at least for the lower classes, a Class C2 matchup here between Norfolk Catholic and Ponca alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Norfolk Catholic in their road red, Ponca their home white. Both these teams ended up in the same sub-district. Norfolk Catholic the 3 seed, Ponca the 4 seed. So if they see each other again, it would be after a couple of upsets in the sub-district semis. But I think these are two teams that probably think they're better than their record would indicate. We'll see which of these teams gets another win in their notch tonight.
Yeah, certainly getting off to a good start here is a big deal with teams that are on losing streaks right now.
Madison Gordon driving, draws damage right away. Norfolk Catholic will head to the line, the 5'6" senior. 55% free throw shooter. Norfolk Catholic as a team, 57%.
In games like this, you figure it's going to be a tight game. We say it all the time. It seems how important free throw shooting is. Can make or break the ball game.
Might have been one of the differences last night in their 2-point loss to Crofton, went 7 of 12 from the free throw line a night ago. Had a chance to tie that game late as the offensive rebound comes to Hayden Brummer for a long 3 off the mark. Rebound tracked down underneath and tied up after the 3 by Mallory Wolf falls by the wayside. But Grace Cush, who had a career-high 15 points last night, was trying to make it 17. What would have been a game-tying shot with 7.5 seconds to go was blocked. Crofton ended up getting the win last night, 51-49. Now here's Ponca on offense for the first time. Elsie Keller, the junior, talented junior, thought 3. Gets the screen from Ehlers. Now left side, Carly Beckner. That's a long 2. And the rebound tracked down by Brummer, already her second. Norfolk Catholic wanting to run off the miss. Outside, Brummer. Surveying, pestered. Ball taken away. Ehlers getting the steal, tied up. Possession arrow will keep it with Norfolk Catholic.
Smart play by Ehlers when that ball is kind of presented to you. A little dangerous there with the ball handling. If it's presented to you, you can reach in there and make a tie-up or get the steal. That was good recognition of what Norfolk Catholic wasn't doing.
Wadier, good move in the post. Too strong on the shot. Rebound, Ava Brown. Wadier, no doubt, will be drawing a lot of attention from Ponca defensively this evening. Now the Indians, Keller, junior, just shy of 12 points a game. At least she's got good production in just about every statistic that you would want. 3.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2.5 steals per game. Corner three, too strong. And the rebound to Wadier. Still looking for the first field goal in this one. Drive, but into traffic. Ball stripped, tied up once again. Already 3 alternating possessions, not even 2 minutes in. This one goes Ponca's way.
Yeah, the Arrow's getting a workout here early in this ball game with the tie-ups. Norfolk Catholic going to throw some token pressure here.
Into the front court comes Jalen Templeman. Knocked out. Ponca will keep. Templeman, a junior, had 15 points to lead the way for Ponca in their loss to Battle Creek, 39-35 their last time out. Templeman about 8 points per game for Coach Clay this year. Angle screen. Shot not blocked, but certainly altered by Brummer. She gets the rebound. Norfolk Catholic looking inside. Brummer drives. Too strong. They'll try it again. Offensive rebound, Grace Cush.
Well, last time be good help defense by Ava Brown, but nobody on that weak side for the rebound.
Shot clock a going concern. Wadier backs down. Kicks in the lane. Tough shot. Good defense by Ponca there. The rebound to Templeman. Ponca in transition. Little Euro step through. And Ponca's on the board. Elsie Keller.
Yeah, Ponca's got to be good at shooting the ball, especially the high percentage looks. They've only averaged about 35 points a game in that 4-game losing streak.
Take it away. Ponca in transition. Here's Beckner. Kicks right side. Wing three falls for Templeman. Her first points of the night.
That's a nice job knocking that one down. The open shots again. Ponca, you want to shoot at a high percentage when those opportunities come your way.
Cush. Wadier up top. Marked defensively by Brown. Wadier, the back down, took on 2 defenders. Might have forced one there. Keller the board. Keller, not shy. Kicks right side. That's a long 2. Templeman feeling it early. Coach Tim Kazmaier calls timeout. We'll keep it here. 4:27 to go opening quarter. And Jalen Templeman, the junior, impressive with the jump shot early. From 3, now the long 2. As you see the replay there. Brought to you in part by Meade Lumber, making you feel at home. From design to finish, also brought to you by Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
Like Ponca, you want to take advantage of that hot hand. Templeman knocked down 2 shots in a row. You might run something for her again, try to get her open, especially there in that corner area. She's 2 for 2 in the last 2 shots.
By my count, that 3-pointer she made is the first one she has made all season.
Wow.
She certainly looked comfortable taking it.
Yeah, last game, 15 points, 4 rebounds for Templeman, averages 8.2 points a game, but you can see the confidence right now.
That time, Keller providing some defense. Block, last touch by Norfolk Catholic. Ponca rolling again.
Looks like a little more than token pressure for Norfolk Catholic, man-to-man full court.
Keller runs point. She was a big part of the game last year between Ponca and Norfolk Catholic as a sophomore, fouled out of the game. Ponca had a 13-point lead after she fouled out. Norfolk Catholic trimmed the lead to 3. And it was Wadier who had a three-pointer as time expired that was blocked. Ponca came away with a 49-46 win a year ago. You might remember that game here on News Channel Nebraska 364 days ago. Open three, misses everything. Out of bounds, Norfolk Catholic will keep. Last touch by Keller.
364 days ago, I barely remember lunch.
Yeah. That was a Valentine's Day broadcast. There you see Coach Kazmaier, winner of multiple awards in multiple sports. Very good track coach as well. Longtime assistant for Jeff Beller and the football team. How excited do you think he is to see Pierce on the schedule again next year?
I'm sure, absolutely. Those are the rivalry games you just got to play.
Yeah. Spot up 3, open look, falls first field goal for Norfolk Catholic. That's Cush.
Another confident play right now, playing well. No hesitation on that one, knocked it home.
Back to a one-possession game. Brown, Keller off the up fake, got some room. Extra pass, beautifully done, the no-look. Emerson Ayler's first bucket.
Well, you see why Kaler averages about 3.5 assists a game. That was an excellent look. Gave up the good shot for the great shot.
Hand check up top. That foul called on Ava Brennan is her first.
You look ahead, certainly with sub-districts beginning next week, and just mentioned Norfolk Catholic nearly beat Crofton, and oh, by the way, they get another chance.
That's who they get in the sub-district semis next Tuesday. That'll be in Tilden. Elkhorn Valley hosting that sub-district. That's a tough sub-district.
That's very tough.
Elkhorn Valley still has not lost this year.
That's good basketball. Good young basketball team. The future is very bright there for Elkhorn Valley.
Empty side, no help. Shot, no. Offensive rebound, not there. Third opportunity as Ava Wemhoff backs out with it. Back inside, kicking for the 3. Left short, Ayler's the board. Tipped out, Ponca will inbound here in our first quarter. Brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk, building a legacy. One patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. Jalen Templeman finds Keller. Keller scouring. Good movement away from the ball. Templeman can't turn the corner, though. Now it's Brennan. Back out to Alexa McGee, seeing her first action tonight. Shot clock down to 5. What a pass. Ayler's fouled. She'll head to the line. Nice touch on that pass from Keller. That was not easy to get that. Watch this to get to Ayler's. She'll head to the line.
You saw where that pass went, too. It led Ayler's toward the basket, into the lane, toward the basket, exactly where you want it as a scorer. So all you got to do is catch and go up. Ayler's left it short as she does the free throw, but an excellent post-entry pass that time by Keller.
The foul called on Hayden Fuchman, 5'6" sophomore, her first. Keller getting a quick rest for Ponca. Still a 5-point lead as Ayler's comes up empty. Brummers. Top of the key, now Kennedy Clausen. Over to Wadier, still looking for her first points. Draws a crowd. Stripped on the floor. That is tie-up. No, I'm going to start keeping track. That's tie-up number 4.
5, isn't it?
You're right. That's the 5th.
Yeah.
The 5th alternating possession. We're on pace for 20. Imagine if they actually did jump balls.
What's the record? What's the record in this building?
Yeah, somebody call Stu Pospischel. I'm sure he's got that somewhere.
Probably so.
Out of bounds, no touch, so it'll go back to Norfolk Catholic. Unforced error there.
You see what, on that tie-up a moment ago, you saw what Ponca is trying to do. Try to take the ball out of Sidonia Wadier's hands.
Yep.
If she catches it anywhere near that lane, you surround her.
Mishandled. Wadier trying to flare to the wing. Both teams a little off. Again, Norfolk Catholic, this is less than 24 hours after playing against, some of the toughest pressure defense you're going to see. 49 points, that's pretty impressive against Crofton.
That's a great job against Crofton.
Coach Kazmaier said afterward in an interview he thought it was honestly one of the better games they played this year.
Yeah.
They just came up short.
That's got to be even though you lost, it's got to be a confidence builder.
Got a wedgie.
Here, hang on, I'll go get it.
So, yeah. Now Lou will just go up there and throw that down real quick. That's 6, by the way, alternating possessions.
I got to find a ladder, but I can go get it.
Norfolk Catholic. Andrew Carlson can't get up and get that. One of our officials out there, he thought about it.
Come on, Coach.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I thought he got it stuck up there again. Well, I feel like you should get 1 point for that. It's hard to do that.
Yeah, that's not easy.
As it is, Norfolk Catholic basketball. Just 1 field goal to their credit here in the first quarter. Ponca's played well defensively. Brummer turns the corner into 2. Finds the open shot, too strong. Brummer, the offensive rebound. She has been active on the window. Can't get that shot to go. Another offensive rebound this time from Mallory Wolf. Lottier, extra pass. Brummer, wide open. Wants that one back for sure.
Wow, that was point blank. I don't think she had control of the basketball going up. Just missed that one surprisingly badly.
4-second difference between shot and game clock. Swatted down low, but too much contact heading to the line for Ponca. Alexa McGee and Lou set up by another. Nice pass from Elsie Keller.
Keller's got game. I like the way she plays. You love players that see the floor, and certainly when you this time of the year when you've played together, you kind of know where everybody's going to be and what to expect. She's doing a great job finding her teammates.
Ponca's missed their last 4 free throws, though, so still a 5-point lead. Turnaround by Brummer. She draws damage. She'll try to get him at the free throw line. She's putting a lot of work on the glass, still looking for her first points.
And Norfolk Catholic has 6 offensive rebounds in this first quarter and 4 points. Those offensive rebounds have to turn into points if the Knights are going to win.
First free throw up and good for Brummer, the 5'10 senior, 55% free throw shooter. She had 9 points last night, 4 rebounds. I believe she's already equaled that this quarter, or just about. One possession game. 16 seconds for Ponca. Tipped out of bounds. Keller doesn't go for it, so now Ponca's got 10.4. Having trouble with this press.
Mistake by the Indians there. They had 2 players in the backcourt and 3 Norfolk Catholic defenders. You got to recognize what they're doing and not get behind in numbers.
There's Keller in the front court, splits the defense, takes down the defender, no call. Tipped out of bounds, so Ponca will inbound 1.8 underneath the hoop. Got a crack at a good look here.
They certainly have a chance here.
Wide open 3 at the buzzer off the heel. And that's the end of the first quarter. Defense, the name of the game so far. Ponca 9, Norfolk Catholic 6. They've been hitting from outside, though. Jaden Templeman, she's got 5 into Ponca's 9 points. The Norfolk Catholic find more of these. 9-6 after 1. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you've come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation. Powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Health Grades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
Second quarter here in Ponca. Indians with a 9-6 lead over Norfolk Catholic alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. That shot blocked by Brummer. Back comes Norfolk Catholic. These teams have combined 4 of 23 from the field so far.
Yeah, but not been a stellar shooting night so far, but 3 quarters left to play.
Cush looking inside. Takes it herself. Now Brummer. Can't shake Ehlers. Now gets baseline. Tough lay-in. In and out. How did that not go down? Rebound to Brown.
That was a great move. That shot looked like it was going to fall.
Now Brown tries one of her own. Blocked. Out of bounds to Norfolk Catholic. Great job over the top there. Mallory Wolf getting that one cleanly.
Wolf and Wadier right there. That's a kind of a forced play there when you have 2 defenders waiting for you.
Norfolk Catholic potentially tying the ball game here. Brummer, dribble handoff. Extra pass. Wadier on the back down. Turns into 2 defenders. Foul called. Sends Wadier to the line. But, Lou, that's the right idea. Help defense. Ponca not letting Wadier get anything easy up.
Yeah, that's exactly the game plan, is to make Wadier work for every point she gets. Nothing easy. It gets to the free throw line here, but that's what you want to do, is make her earn them from the charity stripe.
Gets the first with that foul on Ava Brown, her second. Again, Ponca's running on a rotation of about 7 players right now, so foul trouble could be big trouble. Wadier splits the pair, Keller the board. Sidonia Wadier's first point. Keller. Shades off an Ehlers screen. Now Beckner. Right side Templeman. She's been the hot hand, perfect from the field so far with 5. Keller thought 3, thought better of it. Now steps back and takes it. Can't hit. Ehlers skies for the board. Another chance, this time Templeman can't hit. Rebound to Brummer.
It was the first offensive rebound in the ball game for Ponca, and they might, like Norfolk Catholic, did not take advantage of it.
Now Norfolk Catholic can tie or take the lead here. Wadier working baseline on Brown. Kicks out for 3. Good. Norfolk Catholic on top for the first time tonight. That's Grace Cush.
Again, Cush confident right now. I think you got Templeman for her Ponca and Cush for Norfolk Catholic. You got to think about finding some opportunities for them to shoot the basketball.
Wide open, Templeman. Hoisting, can't hit. Rebound tapped underneath to Brummer.
Well, right on cue, Templeman has that open look. I keep going to her, though. I like her confidence right now.
Swung left side, Cush. Extra pass, Brummers down low. Faces up, can't fill it up. Saved into Beckner. Keller, coast to coast. Steps through, too strong. Now Norfolk Catholic off and running. We'll set it up with Wolf. Cush. Drives and kicks. Wadier. Found Brummer cutting off the window. Boy, they are having some rough luck on the iron.
Both these teams are missing some very makeable shots right now. And
Ehlers swings Templeman. Keller. Now Beckner works her way inside. Back out to Keller. Keller doesn't have it from mid-range. Templeman, shot clock down to 3. Keller's got to get something up. Does so and gets it to go. Got past the defense. Elsie Keller beats the buzzer.
Yeah, Elsie Keller with a clutch shot right at the buzzer on the shot clock. I'd like to see them run her off some ball screens here before long. She's got the ability to do the pick and pop sort of thing, or continue on into the lane and create inside.
Wadier carried. It'll go back to Ponca. Norfolk Catholic going with a line change. 4 new players into the game. Ava Lemhoff, Kennedy Clausen, Kinsley Chandler, Hayden Fuchman all checking in for the Knights.
This might be an advantage for Norfolk Catholic. Just more available players, more depth coming off that bench.
Needed some help, found it, now swung left side. Templeman, long three, got it. I think I got my stats wrong. She's clearly a three-point shooter.
Yeah.
2 for 4 from beyond the arc tonight.
I was going to say, if she hasn't made any threes this year, it's because both her arms were broken or something, because she is an outstanding shooter. You just see that in her eyes. She's very confident right now. Keep going back to her.
8 points for Templeman. The Norfolk Catholic answer. They just saw their first lead of the game evaporate. Shot short, rebound, tapped out. It'll be Ponca ball. Back in for Ponca. Alexa McGee. Again, they had a pretty good 8-player rotation. They were 9-8. Lakin Pfister gets hurt in the Elk Point Jefferson game on January the 15th. She'd been a solid player, 5'10", a sophomore, talented player. Since that injury, Ponca's lost 5 of 6. Trying to get some mojo back.
It messes with your rotation. It messes with chemistry sometimes.
Off the screen, Keller's 3. Rebound, Wemhoff. Up top for Norfolk Catholic, that's Bailey Kasmeyer seeing her first action. Tipped out. It will stay with the Knights. I think both of these teams are going to go into the halftime thinking about the good opportunities they've had that have fallen by the wayside. We've seen a lot of good looks that just haven't gone down.
Yeah, both teams with some rough shooting luck in this first half.
Clausen surveys, works off the screen, draws 2, shot clock an issue, hip check underneath the hoop, so Norfolk Catholic will get a fresh shot clock and draw the first foul on Emerson Ehlers.
Yeah, when Ehlers to get in front of her there and beat her to the spot, put your foot on that baseline and use that baseline as an extra defender and force her back inside. Just got there late and picks up the foul.
So a new 35 for Norfolk Catholic. Brummer off the inbound. Kicks out Fuchman. Now Waddy, you're still looking for her first field goal. Kasmeyer. Brummer. Active hands by Ponca, making Norfolk Catholic work. Kasmeyer looking inside. Waddier found some space. Can't get the jumper to fall. Offensive rebound. Right place, right time. That shot's not there. Long rebound this time corralled by Brummer. Another offensive rebound, another miss, and Ehlers clears it.
Wow. So many opportunities for the Knights. So many offensive rebounds, just not scoring off of those, and that could come back to bite you.
That pass diagnosed, but tipped out. Ponca will keep.
Knights with 8 offensive rebounds in this first half and 10 points.
That's remarkable. I don't know that I've ever seen a half like that.
Yeah.
Wide open for 3, short. Brummer the board.
Brummer eating the boards up big time. That's her 8th.
Kasmeyer bounces, corner 3 off, short. Long rebound to Templeman. Neither team can buy a bucket right now. Good drive and kick for a long 2. That's off. Waddier the rebound. Final minute, first half. Entry pass denied. Ponca another turnover. Numbers if they want it. Templeman, aggressive, draws damage. Went right at Waddier. You're right, Lou. She's been the one, probably been the most fearless of anyone on both sides tonight.
Yeah, you can tell by the way a player plays if they're feeling it, if they're confident. And Templeman is right now exuding confidence. Absolutely. As you mentioned the word fearless. taking it inside and makes that free throw. But she's also fearless from the perimeter. She's looking for her shot. And, boy, you want to keep going to a player like that that's in that, I wouldn't call it a zone, but in that mindset.
Now in double figures, 10 of Ponca's 16 points have come courtesy of the 5'7" junior, who gets a well-deserved break. Now can Norfolk Catholic take advantage? Ponca scored 9 unanswered. Wattier couldn't cut back door, kicks up top. Open three, good! Nothing but the bottom for Mallory Wolf.
That's a big bucket for Norfolk Catholic. Needed something to fall here.
Three-second difference between shot and game clock. Keller looking to create for herself from the left side, and one.
Well, did I say something about confidence?
Yeah.
How about Keller? She's just a quality player. She does everything so well. Real leader of this team. And another big bucket, that time for Ponca as we approach halftime.
Free throw not there. Battle for the rebound, won by the Indians. Tough shot. And the rebound that time cleared by Wemhoff. That foul, by the way, on Wattier. She's got 2. Open underneath, but the pass off the mark. Well, that would have been an easy lay-in. But too tall for Cush. Ponca will have 10 seconds to extend their lead.
Got a whole half to play here, but you got to feel like Norfolk Catholic's going to be thinking about all the missed opportunities.
Ehlers. Ponca's got too many players in the backcourt. Underneath the hoop with 5. Tipped out. They'll try an inbound with 3.5. Almost a break that went out of bounds.
Yeah. Again, for Ponca, you got to recognize when that press is coming. They've done that twice now where they've left themselves short on numbers.
Not going to get a shot up before the end of the half. But Ponca has seen their shots fall more often than not in the second quarter. It's been Jalen Templeman. Norfolk Catholic needs to see a lot more of that. Grace Cush has 6. And Elsie Keller creating inside. Ponca going inside and out. Templeman in double figures. It's the Indians up 18-13 as we head to the half. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by Bank of Dixon County. Financially prosperous communities is their goal. Member FDIC.
My name is Glenda Knightsky, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. 36 years ago, Fred hired me in Hoskins. Over the years, there's been a lot of great changes. Now I get to work with his sons, Jarvis and Aaron. I'm a customer engagement specialist. I'm there to greet the customer when they walk in the door, and if I can't help them, I will find someone who can. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
18-13, Ponca with the lead as we hit halftime here on News Channel Nebraska. Two teams that have found themselves in the same sub-district in Class C2. We saw some of the best that C2 had to offer last weekend, Lou. You see the top 10 there. Pender just lost last night for the second time this season to Lincoln Christian, a pretty good team in their own right. Oakland Craig, they were so impressive in that loss to Pender, actually moved up after losing in the East Husker Conference. I really feel like that top three could be any order on any given night. It feels unfair for Elkhorn Valley to be third, but it would feel unfair for any of those teams to be third, frankly. Alma keeps winning. You've got Oakland Craig in action tonight. Elkhorn Valley's got a tough one at Archangels Catholic tonight. But, Lou, you've talked about it. You've seen the Falcons. That's a young team, but they have been very impressive early on this season.
I really like that team. They're young, but they're deep. They play like 10 players, and they're athletic. That's a good team. They don't, as we've mentioned before, they don't have J.J. Black patrol in the middle, but they have, I think, more players that contribute right now. And then with that athleticism that they bring, they're going to be tough. You know, Pender, they play everybody, don't they? They play like I think they play UCLA tomorrow. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. But
Alma, by the way, very impressive. They're up 19 on a very good Cambridge team at the half. Sandy Creek, you saw them. They just crept in the top 10. They're only down 2 to Milford right now. That game is at the half. We'll keep an eye on that. Elkhorn Valley, meanwhile, they were victorious. Maybe this was a football game, 34-19 the final. Elkhorn Valley gets the win over Archangels Catholic to get to 23-0. Well, while the regular season's winding down, we're not done yet. Speaking of Elkhorn Valley, we got the boys tomorrow against Pierce. You'll see that game right here on NCN. More boys basketball coming your way. Platteview Crete, then on Friday, regional action, Doniphan Trumbull against Elkhorn North or Pierce against Wayne. And then one more Wayne State broadcast to wrap up the season as they take on Southwest Minnesota State. And then, Lou, that'll be our last basketball broadcast until the state tournament. Can you believe we're already here?
No, I can't. That's crazy. We were just talking on the way down here about games that we saw that were like 6-7 years ago, and that seems like not real. So time goes so fast. It's been a fun season. I can't wait for the state tournament. It's going to be, I think there's going to be some incredible games down there in Lincoln.
The Class C2 bracket might be one of the more entertaining among them. Hey, folks, let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching the game. Follow us on social media at NCN Sports on all the various social media out there. Send us a shout-out. Let us know where you're watching the game this evening. We'll send you a shout-out on the air. Back with halftime highlights next. Ponca up by 5 at the break. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Health Grades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
Bank of Dixon County thrives on building meaningful relationships with our customers and community. Helping you reach your financial goals and building a financially prosperous community is our priority. With locations in Ponca, Newcastle, and Jackson, we are here to serve you. Visit us at bankofdc.com, member FDIC.
Power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort Power Chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
Back at Ponca High School, northern Dixon County, Nebraska, on a Friday night, 18-13. Ponca with the lead here on News Channel Nebraska alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. We'll bring up the halftime highlights here. You're going to see a lot of three-pointers. Norfolk Catholic only made three-pointers and free throws. as you see, Elsie Keller with a step through there for Ponca. She had 6 points, but Lou, I've been impressed with what Ponca's been doing defensively, as we'll see Templeman step out for 3 of her 10 points. Sidonia Wadier, just 1 point in the first half, as twice as many fouls as points. You can tell for Coach Chad Clay, that was the point of emphasis to keep her from getting going, and it's worked here tonight.
They've done an excellent job of taking her out of the equation and forcing other players to step up and make shots. They've really surrounded Wadier. Whenever that ball is into the lane or anywhere near the lane, they've got 2 or 3 players on her and taking her out of it, and we're going to see right there forcing her to pass it out. Now, it worked out well on that occasion, but that's the game plan. Don't allow Wadier to beat you.
You know, Elsie Keller, well, one-on-one, I don't know that there's anybody in the gym that'll be able to stay in front of her. Again, she had 6, Templeman with 10. But the big thing here, Norfolk Catholic, 0 for 15 on 2-point shots, and a lot of those were point blank at the rim. That's got to get better if they're going to come back and win this game. Second half coming up, 18-13. Ponca with the lead at the break. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
When I got here, I was in a relationship, and we found out that I was pregnant. So I chose life, and that's a really good thing in my life, because then God also did great things. And yeah, we're making it in life together.
Pregnant and unsure where to turn? Contact Christian Family Care, cfcare.org.
More than 1,900. Yes, our general surgeons, including Dr. Ryan Gary in Norfolk, performed more than 1,900 colonoscopies last year, helping to keep our community healthy. A colonoscopy is a simple, safe, quick, painless, and one of the most effective ways to prevent colon cancer. If you're age 45 or have a family history, it's time to schedule. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk office at 402-844-8110. Colonoscopy screenings are one more way the Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk location offers so much care, so close to home.
Back in Ponca, Jim, 18-13 on our scoreboard. Brought to you by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
Okay, Norfolk Catholic went 0 for 15 in that first half from the 2-point range.
Right.
Back in my high school in Lincoln, they called that getting Seifgerd.
They hit the Seifgerd in the first half. Not bad at all.
Just a lot of easy shot. We got Seifgerd.
Norfolk Catholic will try to change that. Like 3 for 23 overall from the field. Actually pretty good from deep. They were 3 of 8 from downtown. Wadier trying to change that. There you go, right away. 1 shot in close. 1 shot drops. They get her going, Lou. This could be a different ball game.
Yeah, find her in that low post. And Ponca that time was slow. It did not double team, and that allowed Wadier to go one-on-one.
Here's Keller. Thought 3, thought better of it. Ayler's trying to get position inside, resets the dribble. Keller takes on 2. Ponca will keep 17 to shoot. Norfolk Catholic did have a decided advantage on the glass, 21-13 the rebounding edge.
And there's a steal. This one should be easy.
Lay-in from the left side falls for Ava Wemhoff. So there you go, 0 for 15 in the first half from 2, now 2 for 2 to start the second half.
That's where you wanted to start with Norfolk Catholic. Get good, easy shots and certainly make them makeable here in the second half.
Ponca needs help. Able to get it to Templeman, fouled up top. A little too aggressive was Ava Wemhoff, say the official. She's called for her first.
If you're a Ponca in that situation, you want to come to the basketball. And Templeman finally did there and bailed out by the foul.
Keller to trigger. Templeman, 10 points in the first half. Up top, just past the defense through 2 defenders. Wadier altering that shot by Beckner. Now Norfolk Catholic will try to regain the lead. They go back to Wadier. Ehlers, the block off the double. Brown the rebound.
Ehlers, a good defender down there, and she's got the size, good athletic ability. And you want her certainly to be an eraser down there, which she was on that possession.
Emerson Ehlers, 6-foot senior. She's trying to get set up on the low block. Instead, it's Keller up top. Dribbling off a 3. Extra pass. Ehlers draws damage. Well, that bounce pass in traffic, she made that look easy. That is not an easy pass. Yeah. And now Ehlers will try to add to Ponca's lead.
An excellent pass, and then Naylor's, I'd like to see her just go in and score on that and not put the ball on the floor, allow the defense to collapse. It does get to the free throw line.
She is 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Free throws have been an issue for Ponca tonight, just 2 of 6 from the land of the free. They were 6 of 10 in the loss to Battle Creek last week. Ehlers with 3 points now. Ponca back up 2. Long three from up top. Over the backboard. That'll be officially out of bounds. And back to Ponca. Now Norfolk Catholic setting up that press. This gave Ponca trouble toward the tail end of the first half.
Better recognition that time. We've saw him a couple times in that first half, only having 2 players back with Norfolk Catholic pressing with 3.
Templeman. Brown swings to Keller. Draws a crowd, scoops it off the window. Wadier the rebound. Turned over, bad pass. Numbers for Ponca. Kicked left side Templeman, outside Keller. Wants 3. Left it short, looked good out of her hands. Rebound eventually finds its way to Ehlers. Now Templeman hits. 3 for 5 from deep. She's got 13.
She is on a roll.
Tough lob down low, finds its way down to the low block. Foul called. Wemhoff will head to the line. Ponca fans thought that was all ball.
I think there's just caught her with the body there. I think that's, we'll see it again.
They get that on Ehlers.
There's some body contact there. The shot up top was clean. The body contact drew the foul.
It's Ehlers' second free throw off for Wemhoff. Back into the game for Norfolk Catholic. Kinsey Chandler in favor of Wolf. Wemhoff splits the pair. She's got 3 all this quarter, and it's a 4-point game. Elsie Keller. Work it in on Gordon. Up ahead, Brown. Ava Brown still looking for her first points. Keller directs traffic, clears it out. Ehlers stripped on her way to the bucket. Now Keller cuts. Back inside, good move. Can't get the roll. Battle for the rebound, won by Keller. That putback's not there, and Ehlers just called for her 3rd foul.
Well, now it's Ponca missing some pretty good looks. In case it was Keller. Great job getting the offensive rebound, and not able to finish the play, and then he pick up a big foul. The Ehlers has to sit down, and still 4:53 to go before the 4th quarter.
Timeout called. We'll take one as well. Ponca with the lead, but feeling some foul trouble. Can the Knights take advantage? Find out next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Get behind the wheel of America's favorite truck with incredible offers available now at Woodhouse Ford. Lease the F-150 for $389 a month or save up to $15,000 off MSRP. Shop in-store or online today.
Ponca holding on to a 22-18 advantage over Norfolk Catholic. Both of these teams trying to end losing streaks to wrap up the regular season. Ponca's lost 4 in a row, 5 of their last 6. Norfolk Catholic has lost 3 in a row and 5 of their last 6.
And Norfolk Catholic played a really tough schedule. Ponca losing some close games in that losing streak. So, I mean, neither team playing terribly badly. It's just circumstantially they just weren't able to finish some games.
Blocked from behind. Norfolk Catholic will try it again. Wadier still trying to get herself established. Draws the foul there. That's on Keller. They're using Keller to defend Wadier with Ehlers on the bench with 3 fouls.
Yeah, that's tough. See, Wadier here.
That was Keller with the block from behind there. As Wadier hits the first free throw.
Wadier gets that ball inside, and this half, he's got a youngster out on the court. I like his exuberance. I mean, he's ready to storm the court. The game's not over, young man. But
thankfully, he was clothed, unlike some people who like to run on playing surfaces.
I said I was sorry.
Second free throw by Wadier off the mark. Keller the rebound.
But not double teaming Wadier now, and she's had a couple one-on-one touches.
That shot off the mark. Rebound good. And one. Ava Brown. Her first bucket. I feel like she's got to step up big as well with Ehlers on the bench.
Yeah, it's a great job, the offensive rebound. Not only the offensive rebound, but the putback and an and one opportunity. And that's something Norfolk Catholic did not take advantage of. A lot of offensive rebounds in that first half. And Ponca does with Ava Brown completing that three-point play.
Brown now with 3 points. Sophomore had 11 rebounds in that loss against Battle Creek in their last game. Ponca's lead swelling to 6. Awkward shot. Works it in off the window. That's Hayden Fuchman's first bucket.
It might not have been the most aesthetically pleasing shot, but it goes down. But that's Norfolk Catholic's getting some real quality touches down in that low post area.
Beckner gives Templeman, steps back from 3, left it short. Rebound Chandler. For Catholic swinging left side. Wadier. They go in the corner. Fuchman draws a double on the baseline. Keller the steal. Ava Brennan bounces. Corner triple. No. That one might have went off the glass somehow. Yeah. Carly Beckner can't hit. Now Norfolk Catholic quickly the other way. In the paint. Iron unkind, offensive rebound, not there. Brown gets the rebound, but falls with it. That's what'll be Norfolk Catholic basketball.
That's unfortunate for Ponca because Brown had the rebound, just lost her footing, and goes to the floor and travels and gives the ball back to Norfolk Catholic.
That was Ava Wemhoff with the offensive rebound, but again, those have come up empty. Fuchman picked up by Keller. No Sidonia Wadier for Norfolk Catholic in this stretch. Let's see where they go for offense. Cush looking for her first two-pointer, floats it home. She's got 8.
Well, for Norfolk Catholic, you got to make the makeable. They're doing it here in the second half. They're getting good shots and they're knocking them home.
Brown from mid-range. Long rebound, corralled by Gordon. Waits for the offense to develop. Now Fuchman. Stuck on the baseline. Up top, it's Clausen. Now Cush. Worked right into Keller. Mallory Gordon. Shot clock inside at 10 and a foul call. That'll be on Ava Brennan, her second. That's a break for Norfolk Catholic. They really didn't have much going there on that possession.
Yeah, that's very true. It just was disjointed there.
Inbound to Clausen. Inside out, now Gordon. Got past the first line of defense. Blinko chips its way down. Madison Gordon, her first field goal. We're tied.
I got to believe those percentages have really flipped for Norfolk Catholic. Again, another shot in the low post. A very point-blank shot. They're knocking them down, and it's a tie ball game.
Keller. Quick shot at the other end. Too strong. Templeman the offensive rebound. Back up top to Brennan, who backs out. Now Keller. Quick first step. Extra pass. Ehlers off the window. No. Battle for the rebound, tied up, possession arrow, Ponca. How about the hustle by Elsie Keller?
Boy. Is there anything Keller can't do?
That's just want to there.
Yeah, that's just great effort. You're exactly right. It seems like it's this end of the floor now for Ponca, where Norfolk Catholic was missing some easy shots.
Nice cut by Ehlers off the inbound. Iron unkind, out of bounds. It'll stay with Ponca. But you're right, Lou. Maybe check the rim on this side of the court.
Yeah. The carnival people looking for their rim.
You make one, you get a bunny. That one off the mark. Out of bounds, this will go to Norfolk Catholic. Yeah, it's Ponca, to your point, Lou, that has gone ice cold from the field in this quarter. They are now just 2 of 13. Norfolk Catholic will try to regain the lead for the first time since the second quarter. Wattier. Dribble handoff. Stripped on the way up. Timeout granted to Norfolk Catholic. We'll take one as well. Final minute, third quarter. Can the Knights keep the run going? Tie game. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better. NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop in Norfolk, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by Bank of Dixon County. Financially prosperous communities is their goal. Member FDIC.
This is the first of 2 games here on News Channel Nebraska. We got the boys game coming up after this. 6th-ranked Norfolk Catholic. Unranked Ponca, but they've been impressive, 14-7. Keller called for the foul off the inbound pass. Norfolk Catholic will try to regain the lead from the land of the free.
Another really good look. And a foul. So now can Norfolk Catholic knock down some free throws? That will be a big story here. But they've really made some adjustments, and they've gotten some, really this whole quarter, they've just found it routinely in the low post. They found a lot of shots and a lot of opportunities there. And, you know, for Ponca, you're going to have to try to force that ball back out onto the perimeter.
In and out on the second. That time it's Wattier with the effort. Back up with it. Left hand gets the roll. Sidonia Wattier with 5 this quarter.
Yeah, she's definitely come to play here in this third quarter. Great job. The rebound and the putback.
8 unanswered for the Knights in a zone look defensively. Keller. Past the first line of defense, leaves it to Ehlers. Skip pass, open 3, no. Missed in the backcourt, mishandled. Keller off the window, good. Great play by Ehlers to get the steal. And now a turnover off the inbound.
Oh, wow. Wow, 2 turnovers in just a matter of seconds there for Norfolk Catholic. That's disastrous. Ponca now not only ties the game after that steal by Ehlers, but now has a chance to take the lead.
Back to Keller off the inbound. Shot clock is off. Keller walks with it. So Norfolk Catholic, shot clock off, playing for the final shot. 8-2 run by the Knights, who've seen their offense come alive a bit here in the third quarter. Webhoff got to the rack. Extra pass, jumper no. Ehlers the board. Templeman won't get a shot up before the end of the quarter. And as we head to the fourth quarter, we got ourselves a tie ball game. Ponca was hitting shots from deep early in the third, making plays defensively. But it's Norfolk Catholic ending the quarter on an 8-2 run, and we are tied heading to the fourth. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
No need to worry, because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
This
is Christina Wemhoff from Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We know not everyone's home loan needs are the same, and that is why our lenders have both the practical experience and product knowledge to ensure your solution is a perfect match for your needs. So we invite you to come into your local Madison County Bank branch and talk to us about your dream home today. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
Eight minutes of regulation basketball to go here at Ponca High. We are tied as we start the fourth quarter alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Norfolk Catholic, first team to get double digits in a quarter. They had 14 in the third, erasing a halftime deficit. Lou, their offenses look better here in the second half.
Yeah, they've really gotten some good shots.
Like that one there. Grace Cush in double figures. She is 3 of 5 from distance.
Ponca in a zone. Norfolk Catholic moved that ball around very quickly and found a wide open shot.
Extended 11-2 run now for Norfolk Catholic.
If you're Ponca, I think you try to run Templeman off the screen or something. Get her a shot in rhythm.
Ehlers. Shot blocked, but a foul called, and it's Keller heading to the line. Keller just 2 points since the break. She'll try to change that here. You mentioned Jalen Templeman, 13 points for her tonight after a 15-point performance against Battle Creek, but it's Keller trying to get herself into double figures. Nothing but the bottom on the first.
Both Keller and Templeman are both juniors.
Mm-hmm.
So a good core coming back here next year.
Yeah, Coach Clay's got a great core of players coming back. 4 of these 5 starters will be back next year. They're thinking right now, down 2, shot off the mark, might have been blocked. Keller pushing for the Indians. Ehlers wants 3, missed everything. Good effort by Brown, but she's out of bounds. It'll be Norfolk Catholic ball.
Yeah, Ehlers is the only senior, and that's it. You lose that size. In that case, Ehlers, if you're Norfolk Catholic, you're going to let Ehlers shoot from three-point land. That's not her game.
I do know for a fact she has not made a 3 this season. Hand check foul up top. That's on Carly Beckner. That'll be her first. Norfolk Catholic was down 26-19 about halfway through the third quarter. They've turned it on offensively and made plays on the other end as well. Now Wattier. Top of the key, Wolf swung to Cush. She's the leader in scoring with 11. Draws a crowd. Now Wattier. Good ball movement. Jump stop. Tough shot there. Ehlers the board. Brown. Templeman, they left her open. That's a mistake. She doesn't make him pay. Rebound out to Madison Gordon.
That's the kind of shot you want if you're Ponca with Templeman. It's just more of a rhythm shot than one-on-one. We saw her take a step back earlier. Those are tougher shots. That was one that you want her to take.
Keller the steal. Running back is Wolf. Keller, left side, heads to the line. Well, see, Keller. Ponca's got to like their chances as long as she's on the floor.
Yeah. Just a really well-rounded player. Does everything well, handles the basketball well, good scorer, good passer, good defender.
It's the third foul on Mallory Wolf as Keller rattles home the free throw. She's now in double figures.
Both teams have done a pretty good job tonight taking care of the basketball. Norfolk Catholic now, though, that was turnover number 9. Ponca only has 4 turnovers in the game. That's pretty happy with that if you're Coach Clay.
Keller splitting the pair. Long rebound, though, was tracked down by Ehlers. She was on the end line. Boy, that was a mistake for Norfolk Catholic. Nobody went to the ball. But a break for the Knights. They get it on the out of bounds. Wattier. Clausen. Up top, Wolf. College range triple. Good.
Oh, wow.
Mallory Wolf's second make from downtown. Coach Kazmaier calls timeout. This is a 14-3 run by Norfolk Catholic. We'll take a break as well. Mallory Wolf giving the Knights their largest lead. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Receiving 3 top heart and vascular honors from Health Grades reflects the trust our community places in Faith Regional. Behind every recognition is a patient who turned to us in a critical moment, a family seeking reassurance, and a cardiovascular team dedicated to being there. Our specialists deliver trusted expertise, proven outcomes, and compassionate care because our patients are and always will be our why. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute. Triple honors, one dedicated team.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
(33-29) Norfolk Catholic with the lead. Stay tuned for our post-game show, brought to you by Custom Sports. Lou Ponca just 3 points in the last 6.5 minutes. Need their offense to get back on track.
Catholic in a 1-3-1 defensively now.
Brown found an opening. Will head to the line. It has been a while since Ponca has seen a shot fall.
You know, the Ponca defensively, if you're defending that shot a moment ago from Mallory Wolf, that was a long three. I think you give that shot up. You allow them to shoot long three-pointers, but Wolf just stepped up and buried that one.
Wolf just picked up her 4th foul, so she'll have to sit. Well, Ava Brown, the sophomore, made some big plays here in the second half. Splits the pair, rebound Wemhoff. Back to a one-possession game underneath the hoop. Great recovery by Keller, but Fuchman still gets the shot to drop.
The Knights are just finding quality, real high percentage looks time and time again.
Ehlers saves the play. Knights up 5. That's their largest lead tonight. Templeman got a step. Brown directing traffic. Keller, Templeman. Brown cutting, setting up down low. Instead, it's a 3 from up top. Banks in and out. Offensive rebound, put back. Ava Brown, and 1.
Well, Ava Brown's had some big plays in this ball game. That's gigantic offensive rebound. That's her second offensive board of the night. But more importantly, she scores. Chance now to trim this lead with the clock stopped from the free throw line.
Foul on, because she was calling for it down low. Yeah. That's a size mismatch with Brown at 5'10". Short arms the free throw, though. Wemhoff the board.
Wemhoff's 8th rebound of the night.
Go along with 3 points. Wattier in on 2 defenders. Travel. That's good defense again. Templeman and Brown combined to force that turnover.
And Brown straight up and down with the arms. Don't try to slap down and create a wall there. And Wemhoff, or rather Wattier, tried to split the defenders and ended up traveling.
Ponca working with Keller away from the ball. Tough pass. Keller gets it and draws the foul. That's the 5th on Norfolk Catholic, so Ponca's shooting the rest of the way. Boy, when Beckner threw that pass, I didn't think there was any way Keller was going to get to him.
That was a tough pass. Now you got to shoot well from the free throw line here.
Keller, nothing but the bottom on the first. Ponca 6 for 11 from the free throw line in the second half. 8 for 16 overall. Make it 8 for 17. Rebound finds its way to Ponca. Keller now off the up fake. Nice pass. Brown cutting to the hoop. We're tied. Ponca calling timeout. We'll take one as well. The Indians not done. Effort plays. Ava Brown stepping up. She's got 5 this quarter. It's a tie game. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Bank of Dixon County thrives on building meaningful relationships with our customers and community. Helping you reach your financial goals and building a financially prosperous community is our priority. With locations in Ponca, Newcastle, and Jackson, we are here to serve you. Visit us at bankofdc.com, member FDIC.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Ava Brown, the 5'10 sophomore, bringing the effort. The offensive glass, making herself available. She's got 8 points in the second half for Coach Chad Clay, and we're tied, folks. Stick around after the game. We'll take a look at our top plays brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. The difference here, turnovers. Ponca getting the steal, a chance to regain the lead.
And Norfolk Catholic struggling right now with ball security. That's 7 turnovers this half, 11 in the ballgame.
Templeman hoisting from way deep, left it short. Ehlers the rebound, a foul, though away from the ball is going to be called on Norfolk Catholic. They're going to get Waddier.
Is that Wolf?
Or are they going to get Wolf?
I think it's Wolf, yeah.
As she was fighting for Ehlers, so Mallory Wolf is fouled out. They're going to get her with the hook there, yep.
Boy, that's unfortunate for Norfolk Catholic.
Tough. She had just hit a big three.
Yeah.
Now she's done. And now Ponca can regain the lead. Ehlers short on the front end.
Ponca leaving some points out there from the free throw line.
Can't roll that one home. Keller wins the battle for the board. And one, L.C. Keller, the junior.
Wow. What a play. L.C. Keller is something else. She just does everything. It's a big-time offensive rebound. Watch the jump into the body of the defender and create the foul and then score.
8 unanswered for Ponca. They're back up 3. Keller with 6 this quarter. 14 for the ball game. Offensive rebound there. Waddier gets it to go. Her first points this quarter. Back to a 1-point game. Back and forth in the second half.
Every possession now big as we approach the 3-minute mark.
Good cut by Keller away from the window. Elsie Keller getting it done.
Good pass out of that low post from Ehlers.
Keller now with 16. Down low, Waddier draws 2. Lost the handle. Got it back. Now 4 defenders. Left the opening, the foul drawn. And Madison Gordon will head to the line.
We haven't seen that since the first half, that collapse there. They're certainly targeting Waddier, and why not? Norfolk Catholic's arguably their best player.
Free throw too strong for Mallory Gordon. Take another look. Brown got the arm there. It's Brown's 3rd foul. She's had a great second half, in particular this quarter.
You want to go up straight up and down on that, keep your arms up, and force the shooter to shoot over the top of those extended arms.
Waddier gets the rebound after Norfolk Catholic comes up empty. Back up with a chill draw damage. Sidonia Waddier, the senior.
Waddier been active here on the offensive glass this second half. That's her 3rd offensive board.
That foul on Ehlers, so that's number 4 on Emerson Ehlers. Sidonia Waddier. She has played a lot of varsity basketball for Coach Kazmaier. Emerged as a freshman. She's been Norfolk Catholic's best player 2 years running. Splits the pair there. Ehlers tracks down the board.
Ehlers averages 8.5 rebounds a game. That's number 9, so she's exceeded her average.
Keller got a step. Extra pass. Ehlers from mid-range, left it short. Good block out on the out of bounds. Clausen just kind of lost where she was at. I think she thought that shot went in.
Clausen thought it looked like it. If you're not looking directly at the rim, it went through the net there, but not through the net. It went into the net.
It looked like a swish from her perspective. Turnover. Shot doesn't go, but a foul called. Boy, what a tough break that is for Norfolk Catholic. Now Jalen Templeman back to the line.
That's an honest mistake by Clausen because I even had to kind of look up from up here. I thought that shot was short, but
from behind the net, that would have looked like it went in. Now Templeman makes the first free throw. She's been quiet this half, still 14 for the game. Second straight game with 15 points for the junior.
Good shooter. That's one of a couple players you want at the free throw line here late.
She and Keller have combined for 31 of Ponca's 42 points. Crunch time now. Back to a 4-point lead for Ponca. Fuchman. Clausen. Wattier working on Keller defensively. Dribbled it out of bounds. That's just great one-on-one defense. It's Keller that has to defend Wattier with Ehlers having 4 fouls. Did the job there.
Yeah, shut off that lane, the driving lane, and Wattier dribbled it off her foot.
Oh, Templeman slowed up on the press, poked away from behind and stolen.
You got to recognize the press, get rid of the basketball when the double team's coming.
Now Clausen. Can't get in on Brown, lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. Both of these teams, for one of these teams, this is going to be a sigh of relief kind of game, and for another team, it's going to be, oh no, not another one.
Yeah.
Both of these teams have lost a lot of close games here of late. Chased down out of bounds. It'll be Ponca basketball. Norfolk Catholic last night lost by 2 to Crofton. Ponca's last game, they lost by 4 to Battle Creek. And you mentioned it, Lou, in this losing streak that Ponca's been on, those losses have been by a combined 18 points.
Yeah. They played 4 straight close ball games. Boy, if you're Ponca, you're playing it here at home right before postseason, you want to close this thing out.
Keller, and they got a screen to break her into the front court. Now Ponca will set it up. They've got a 2-possession lead with 1.5 minutes to go. Need to look for something quality. Ehlers on the wing. Pestered fouled. That's on Wattier, her 3rd. But I think if you're Norfolk Catholic, maybe looking to send Ehlers to the line.
Yeah,
she struggled there tonight.
Absolutely. I think that's the player you want. The post player. Ehlers is an excellent defender, good rebounder, but is not the scorer.
The free throw shooting tonight is uncharacteristic. She's a 70% free throw shooter coming into tonight. She is 1 of 7 tonight.
She has struggled tonight mightily.
In and out.
Oh, my goodness.
1 for 8. So still a 4-point game. Step through, tough shot. Offensive rebound, Clausen can't get the follow-up, and we'll kick it out. Now rotating to Fuchman. Wattier, cut off baseline. Ponca gambled. Norfolk Catholic got past it. Shot not there. Ehlers rebound. Tied up. Possession arrow will give it to Ponca. Ponca thought they had a foul. Instead, they will inbound.
Ehlers got that rebound, and I thought that was going to be a foul as well.
Instead, it'll be Ponca basketball. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. Don't you dare go anywhere. We got a 4-point game on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Autumn Murphy. I'm from Spalding, Nebraska. God is always there for you no matter what. When I was about 5 years old, I fell down the stairs and I broke my arm. I've broke my arm 9 times since then, and I feel like God has really helped me get through that. And I just had a total reconstructive elbow transplant from a donor, and God had a perfect match for me. It's just something I'm really grateful for.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
The 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC is built for those who demand more. And for a limited time, you can save up to $10,000 off MSRP. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
(42-38). Ponca trying to finish off the regular season with a win. It's going to be tough to figure out who our player of the game is. We'll talk to them after the game. That interview brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point. Alongside Lou Seifker, I'm Eric McKay. Still a lot of work to be done for Ponca. But in the driver's seat, up 4 inside of a minute to go. That's who you want with the ball in the hand. Elsie Keller gets it up ahead. Now Templeman fouled. She'll head to the line. Templeman, it's interesting. Templeman has been the solid shooter tonight. Emerson Ehlers has struggled. That is completely flipped with how it's been this season.
Really?
Coming into tonight, Templeman was at 50% on the season. Emerson Ehlers at 70.
I was just going to say, I waited till she shot it, so I wasn't blamed if she missed.
Absolutely.
But Templeman has looked the part today. I would want her at the line if I'm Ponca.
Got them both. 4 points this quarter, 17 for the ball game. 6-point lead. They've trailed by as much as 6 this half. Tipped out. In fact, I believe this is a 14-2 run by Ponca over the last few minutes of this quarter.
Yeah, they have been the more active team. Norfolk Catholic has had some turnover issues. And Norfolk Catholic you got to score here. You got to put points on the board.
They want 3. Too strong. Ehlers, great block out for the rebound. Good attempt at a steal, but it'll be Ponca basketball. Is that Ehlers' 10th rebound?
Yeah, 10 rebounds now, yep. Good role player out there is Emerson Ehlers.
The lone senior on senior night. Last game on this floor. As Ponca will be among the teams playing sub-districts in Tilden next week. They're the 4 seed, so they'll be playing Monday against Summerlin. Norfolk Catholic, the 3 seed, so they'll be in the semis against Crofton on Tuesday.
If you knock off Summerlin, you're rewarded by playing undefeated Elkhorn Valley,
who just beat Archangels Catholic earlier this evening. Jalen Templeman, 5 for 5 from the land of the free. She is perfect at the line tonight. I'm going to double-check the stats I have. I'm starting to wonder if I had those wrong.
I'm wondering because she looks absolutely confident at the line. Another one. Nothing but net.
8 for 8 from the land of the free tonight in an 8-point game. That's the difference. This 3 falls for Clausen, but time will run out on Norfolk Catholic. Ponca gets the win at home. Your final 46-41. The Indians and their losing streak wrap up the regular season 10-2. Post-game show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
If you or your child is frequently dealing with sinus or ear infections, it may be time to find lasting relief. At Faith Regional Health Services Ear, Nose, and Throat, our specialists focus on finding the cause of your symptoms, not just managing them. Dr. Justin Altman and Dr. Eric Roy use advanced technology and proven treatments to determine whether inflammation, infection, or a more complex condition is standing in the way of your relief. With care designed around you, we develop a plan that uses the right procedures and treatments to help you breathe easier, hear clearly, and get back to feeling like yourself again. Don't let ongoing sinus or ear problems hold you or your child back. Experience the expert care and lasting relief offered by Faith Regional Ear, Nose, and Throat.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
Big ideas, bold graphics, quality products you're proud to wear. That is Custom Sports. Custom Sports, custom graphics, quality products, and timely service you can count on.
We're here at Faith Regional, and if Spanish is your first language instead of English, you can still receive physical therapy. There's a physical therapist that can work directly with you. Let's meet him. I'm joined now by Tony Garcia, a physical therapist at Faith Regional Health Services. Tony, you're bilingual, speaking English and Spanish, so you handle a lot of patients where English isn't their first language.
The biggest thing is I start with the introduction, getting to know the patient. I don't always just assume that they're not English speaking. Once I've made that connection with them, it typically puts them at ease as they're able to communicate with me in a stress-free environment.
If you weren't here to be a one-on-one care provider speaking Spanish, what would the other options be?
The typical process is we would use a translating service either in person or over an iPad. The biggest thing with that is it does take longer as we have to communicate with the translator and then have them repeat the message to the patient versus myself. I'm able to just cut out the middleman and just speak to them directly.
Does that help establish a more direct connection between the patients and the provider when you're speaking their native tongue?
Yes. The biggest thing is it does put them at ease. One of the biggest things I've noticed since I've been here is we are able to service those patients more. To my knowledge, we have increased the amount of patients that we've had from the Spanish community compared to what it was before. But it does help to have that direct access. So most of the primary care providers as well as the surgeons here in town know that I'm Spanish speaking, so I typically get referred those patients.
Families often do an excellent job communicating and using children even as a translator, but sometimes, especially when dealing with healthcare, it's best that a professional's doing that.
I agree. Anything that would be beyond the capability of the child would make it difficult for the patient to understand.
How important is that from a healthcare provider perspective to increase the trust of a minority community in the healthcare system?
Well, it helps to provide trust. The look on their face completely changes when I start communicating in Spanish versus speaking in English. They all seem to respond to that very well.
Well, Tony, thanks so much for sharing your expertise.
Thank you.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information. When you have the inventory people want and a team that understands what you need, there's one place to go. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. Name brand ATVs, side-by-sides, and high-performance machines built for work, made for play. And the service doesn't stop at the sale. Big Red Motorsports delivers, literally. Free delivery with your purchase. It's all here in O'Neill. Big Red Motorsports.
Kind of get some momentum going. It's the Ponca Indians that get the big victory here and have the momentum going into the postseason. Put out by Coach Chad Clay. And Coach, it seemed like right off the bat, one thing you guys tried to do was take Sidonia Whiter out of the game. I saw triple, even quadruple teams on her. That seemed to work well for most of the game.
Yeah, she's a heck of a player. She was who we were really keying on. We wanted to contain her off the dribble, and then we really wanted to make sure to try to keep her off the boards. So she's a very talented player, and she was definitely a key that we wanted to try to contain her.
Well, it seemed like you've got some players that have some real confidence. One player that stood out to me was Jalen Templeman. She just was looking for her shot, and you can kind of see when a player is playing that way, the confidence. Talk about her development and how well she's done here late in the season.
Yeah, she's a heck of a shooter, and it was good for her to see some go in at times this year. You know, I tell her to keep shooting, and then she found a little flow there, and then was able to hit some shots. So I was really glad that she was able to, you know, see the ball go in, develop a little confidence, because when she's playing with confidence, she's a heck of a player.
Went 8 for 8 from the free throw line. That helps a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take that. Well, I know we missed a few in the first quarter there, but yes, we'll take that any day of the week. Absolutely.
Well, your lone senior starter is Emerson Ehlers, kind of the ultimate role player, good defender, really good rebounder, had 10 boards in this one. How important has she been for this team this year?
Yeah, she's a huge piece. She provides a lot of toughness for us. We really rely on her a lot on the rebounding. And then we want her to score a little bit more, and she is looking for her shot, so that's good to see. But we'll definitely miss her when she graduates, that's for sure.
Well, no kidding about that. But you had the one player coming back is Elsie Keller. Boy, is she good. She does everything for your team. And how much better can she get?
Yeah, we have her do a lot. You know, we like having the ball in her hands, and she's a playmaker. So with it, we kind of give her a lot of freedom to go out there and make plays, create, and find teammates. And she does a great job of that.
Well, postseason starts next week, Coach. You got Summerland in the opener. And boy, you got a tough sub-district. What does this team need to do to advance?
Yeah, so we need to be great defensively, which we've talked about all year. And then we need to find an offensive flow, which tonight I thought we did that a little bit. So it was good to kind of see things go our way. So hopefully we can carry this momentum into Summerland and then hopefully on from there.
Well, absolutely. Coach, congratulations on a big victory. Thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you for the coverage.
Absolutely. That's it, Coach Chad Clay. Let's get Elsie in here. Is that how your teammates treat you? They just shove you out to the interview?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Well, Elsie, one of the things I've noticed about you is that you do just a little bit of everything for this team. You do some rebounding, handle the basketball, you're a scorer, you're a passer. What part do you think are you doing the best at right now?
I would say driving. That's definitely my best suit, but I'm trying to work on making sure I can get more assists so my teammates can get in on the game too.
How nice was it to win this one? You guys lost 4 in a row. They've all been close games. You're finally able to close one out.
It felt really good, especially tonight is senior night, and we have our lone senior, Emerson, and it's really nice to get a win for her last game and our last season game.
What's it going to be like next year without Emerson?
It's definitely going to be a big role to fill because she's our post right now. But I know if we just work on it, we'll be good. So.
Be a big loss, right? As being as tall as she is?
Yes, that's for sure. We definitely have a short team.
Well, what was kind of the game plan today offensively against Norfolk Catholic? They do some pressure, they defend well, but you guys were able to find some quality shots, especially in the second half. What was working offensively?
I would say driving, kicking, because they definitely tried to do help, but when we kicked in, it helps that we were making some of our shots, and if we weren't, we were getting the offensive rebound and going back up and getting fouled sometimes too. So.
Was that something that Coach kind of challenged you guys to do, is go get some more offensive rebounds in that second half?
Yeah, definitely. We're not the greatest at rebounding, so we've definitely been working on that.
Well, you got a big win. You got a chance against Summerland. What sort of confidence does this game give you, and what sort of chance do you think you guys have in a very difficult sub-district?
I think that we have a very good chance if we just hit an offensive flow and just have confidence and trust in each other. That will be good.
Well, absolutely. Well, hey, what a big win tonight, Elsie. Congratulations. I believe you had 17 points and 6 rebounds. Great game. You're our player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Elsie Keller, 46-38. Ponca with a big win. Eric, back to you.
Lou, Elsie Keller's player of the game interview brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point. They're redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. That's Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better. 16 points. That means Elsie Keller will figure prominently in our top plays. Those are brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all of your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Regular season finale on Parent Night. Ponca and Norfolk Catholic both coming in on losing streaks, but both have been close in many of those games, trying to reverse their fortunes and the regular season. on a good note. First quarter, and it's Ponca finding the good notes early. How about Elsie Keller? That's a talented junior with the step through there, putting Ponca on the board. More from Ponca early on. A step-back triple falls. Jalen Templeman was hot shooting early in double figures in the first half. Took Norfolk Catholic's offense a while to find some rhythm. They were able to find it there. Grace Cush, first of her 3 3-pointers. But it's Ponca with the lead 9-6 after one. Second quarter, Norfolk Catholic getting Sidonia Wadier going. She drew a lot of defense. This time a distributor to Cush hits the open triple. Back and forth we go. But Ponca staying at an arm's distance, borderline NBA range. Jalen Templeman, she was 2 of 4 from distance in the first half, had 10 points, 3 rebounds for Ponca as they extend their lead, much to the delight of the Ponca faithful. But Norfolk hitting from deep. Mallory Wolf, that was their first 3-pointer of the game. Ponca with the lead as we go to the break, 18-13. Norfolk Catholic finally got some shots to drop in close. That was Sidonia Wadier. Ponca did a nice job on her tonight. Meanwhile, the shot rejected from behind by Elsie Keller. Norfolk Catholic, though, down 6. They start to go on a run. That's Hayden Fuchman getting it to go off the window. Norfolk Catholic goes on an extended 14-3 run. We're tied heading to the fourth. Norfolk Catholic would take the lead on this Cush 3. She had 11 to lead the way for the Knights. They would extend their lead here. Mallory Wolf from way downtown. She fouled out, though, for Norfolk Catholic. They would get their lead up to 6, but Ponca would go on a run of their own. It was Elsie Keller off the beautiful feed from Emerson Ehlers. Keller had 16 points, 5 rebounds. She was our player of the game. Ponca gets the win, 46-41. So Ponca improves to 10-12 ahead of their